Hi there, welcome to Two Birds. I'm Fiona. Welcome back if you're joining me again. Today I'm sharing a 30-minute intermediate full body Vinyasa flow practice with minimal cues. And it's a really nice, calm and uncomplicated practice which allows you to have more space to explore your own unique alignment in all of the postures and practice more quietly and intuitively. You won't need any props for this practice, and if you are enjoying the classes on a regular basis and you'd like to support me creating and posting each week, I'm on Patreon. All the details are in the description below. Thanks so much for joining me. Namaste. And begin your practice in child's pose at the back of your mat, knees narrow, and wrap your arms by your sides. As you settle in, take a few conscious breaths, grounding the activity of your mind by simply observing, feeling, savouring each breath as it arrives in your body. Extend your arms forward and rise onto hands and knees. Tuck your toes, press back to downward facing dog, 5 breaths. Plank pose. Soften your knees to the floor, come to your belly. Cobra pose, Bhujangasana. Return to hands and knees. Press back to child's pose, Balasana. Rise all fours, downward facing dog. Moving through this Vinyasa sequence twice more. Plank. Lower to your belly. Cobra. All fours and child's pose. Rising up and downward facing dog. Plank pose. Lower to your belly. Bhujangasana Cobra. All fours to child's pose. Gliding up and downward facing dog. Plank pose and hold now, 5 breaths. And downward facing dog. Walking forward to the top of your mat. Open and fold with your breath. Rise to stand. And draw your hands down to prayer center of your chest. Circle your arms overhead, Urdhva Hastasana. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, Adha. Step to plank. Lower Chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Raise your right leg, three-legged dog. Core lunge in the air, knee to chest. Three-legged down dog. And step to high lunge, crescent pose. Lower your hands to your waist. Hinging forward, hover over your right thigh. Low lunge, lower your left knee. Anjaneyasana, sweep your arms overhead. And lower your hands to the floor, press back, plank. Lower chaturanga, back bend, downward facing dog. Left leg rises, core lunge, three-legged down dog, and step to high lunge. 3 breaths. Hands to your hips. Hinge forward and pause. Lower your right knee, low lunge, Anjaneyasana, 3 breaths. Release, Vinyasa, plank, chaturanga, your back bend, downward facing dog, 3 to 5 breaths. One more round through, adding on. Travel lightly to the top of your mat. Halfway lift and forward fold. Rise to stand. Hands to prayer. Chair pose, Utkatasana. 3 breaths. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, Adha. Step to plank. Flow through your Vinyasa. Meeting in downward facing dog. Right leg rises. Core lunge. Down dog splits. And step to your hands. 1 breath up, crescent pose. Hands to your waist or interlace your hands behind your back. Draw your chest forward. Back knee down, release the arms overhead, low lunge. Hands to the floor, plank pose, Vinyasa. Left side, left leg rises, core lunge. Sweep your left leg back and step to your hands, crescent pose. Arms rise. Either hold the waist or interlace your hands, hinge forward, release your arms, low lunge, one breath, hands to the floor, Vinyasa or downward facing dog if you need to do less. And just pause, make contact with your breath. Eyes forward and step to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, forward fold, chair pose, and take prayer twist to your right. Release and fold over your legs. Changing sides, chair pose, left side twist. Folding forward over your legs. Rise to stand now. Hands to prayer. Moment to pause. Moving into tree pose, Vrksasana. Balance on your right foot. Left foot to your inner right leg. If you have your balance, arms overhead, turn your gaze up for more challenge. And releasing down. Changing sides, balance on your left foot, Vrksasana, tree pose. And release your right foot down. Chair pose, inhale. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Halfway lift. Transition into toe squat. Option to lift upright, bring your torso and thighs into the shape of L. Or Bakasana, crow pose. In your own time, step back to downward facing dog. Right leg rises. Stepping forward, warrior two. Reach forward, side angle pose, Parshva Konasana. Return, warrior two. Straighten your right leg. Triangle pose, trikonasana. Hands to the floor. Step back to plank with feet together. And take right side Vashisthasana, side plank. Option to take tree variation in your side plank. And sweep your left arm overhead. Return to plank. Your choice, Vinyasa or downward facing dog. Right leg rises, three-legged down dog. Stepping forward, crescent pose. Hands to waist. And stepping into warrior three, reach your heart forward, arms wide, or forward, 3 breaths. Lightly step your left foot back, come to crescent pose. Reverse prayer twist to your right, 5 breaths. Release hands down, optional vinyasa. We'll meet in down dog. Connecting again to your breathe. Feeling in your body. Left side, left leg rises. Step forward to warrior two. Side angle pose, Parsvakonasana. Return, warrior two. Straighten your left leg. Triangle pose, Trikonasana. And release, hands to the floor. Step back to plank and pause. Vashisthasana on your left now. Optional tree variation with your right arm overhead. Return to plank, your choice, Vinyasa or downward facing dog if you need to do less. Same leg, left leg rises. Step forward, crescent pose. Hands to your waist. Warrior three. 3 breaths. Lightly stepping back with your right foot, crescent pose. Reverse prayer twist to your left. Breath by breath. revolving to your left. And release, hands to the floor, step back, downward facing dog. And take child's pose. Moment to pause and settle. And just allow yourself to dwell at the bottom of each exhale, slowing down. And then reach your arms forward, taking a brief inversion. Dolphin pose, down dog on your forearms. 5 to 8 breaths. And returning to child's pose. Ease your way upright and make your way down onto your back. Moving through one round of bridge pose, followed by fish pose. Lifting into your bridge as you're ready. 5 breaths. And lowering down onto your hands, extending your legs forward, arching your spine into Matsyasana, fish pose. And gently release down. Bend your knees, feet to the floor, let your knees knock in. Just take a moment or two to settle and pause. Taking a reclined twist to your right now. 5 breaths. And change sides. And come to happy baby pose, 5 breaths here. And then draw the soles of your feet together, reach through, hold your ankles. Roll up to sit for butterfly pose, Baddha Konasana. Folding forward with a sense of ease. And gently release, return upright, close your knees in, extend your legs forward. Coming into our final forward fold, Paschimottanasana. Forward fold over your legs. And slowly returning upright. Gather any additional layers or props you may wish to have as you come to rest quietly now in Savasana for your last few minutes here. Give yourself permission to enjoy stillness and silence. Be at ease now, and I'll be back to guide you back. And start to drift back, deepening your breath. Flicker some movement into your body. And in your own time, rolling out to your right side and pressing back up to sit. Just arriving in a seated position. May the rest of your day feel peaceful. Thank you so much for joining me for this quiet flow. I hope you enjoyed it. Namaste.